everyone, Dan here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, we're going to talk about Vengeance of the Moon Knight number 5. This is a new book from Marvel Comics, also a tie-in into the Blood Hunt. This is actually, so before we get into the creative team and all that, this book takes place right before Blood Hunt begins. And when I'm saying right before, I mean like it leads up right into the first pages of Blood Hunt. So I recommend reading this first. I actually read them out of order because I wanted to really check out Blood Hunt, and I hadn't been able to pick up my copy of Vengeance of Moon Knight number 5. But if you really want the story to kind of hit in the order that is intended, you want to read this first, and then you go right into Blood Hunt. We have a video in the channel comparing the both versions of Blood Hunt. Right, we have the regular version and the red band variant. So if you want to check that out, make sure I'll link it in the description of this video. Let's talk about the creative team before we get into this book. This book is written, of course, by MacKay, who is also leading the Blood Hunt, with art by Alessandro Cappuccio, colors by Rachelle Rosenberg, letters by Cory Petit. This issue focuses on 8-Ball. So we continue to see the exploration of the members of the Midnight Mission as they're talking to the therapist that had been helping out Marc. In this issue, Cry for the Moon, for the new and vengeful Moon Knight, taking Marc Spector's name isn't enough, as he now turns his sights and fists on everything Marc held dear. So that's right, we got the big reveal in the last issue. It was not something that I was expecting for sure. It was definitely a character that I didn't know much about. So if you haven't read the last issue, I'm going to spoil it. It is the Shroud. And when you see why MacKay picked that character, I think everything will become clear, and you'll see like, God, this was really, it was really well planned out. So let's talk about the art a little bit. Alessandro Cappuccio has been handling Moon Knight for a while now, and I think he's earning the status of one of the definitive artists for Moon Knight. I think his combination of this very stylized art for sure, but also I think Rachelle Rosenberg's colors and the inks that we have here, like I love these little like brushes, right? There's a lot of little imperfections and the way that the shadows and the lights are used all throughout the issue. I think everything just works so well. Of course, Hunter's Moon and Tigra, just like very dynamic looking characters to begin with, so it all really plays very well with the sequence. Here we see 8-Ball. I will tell you this: the 8-Ball story part of it, I'm not very familiar with the character, so I didn't. It's important, I think, and I need to go back and reread it. But I was so focused on this leading up to Blood Hunt and the reveal from the last issue that it was not definitely at the front of my mind. But just look at these sequences. The Shroud is going crazy, and I love that the character even kind of in a bit of a meta way acknowledges that the Shroud only stands for failure and doesn't mean anything, and it's a character that's been really underused and underutilized in the Marvel books. So yeah, very cool stuff. I can't wait to see where this goes, not only in the blood hunt stuff, but also just overall with the series and the characters. Moon Knight has to be coming back at some point, and I expect it will be maybe at the end of Blood Hunt. Things hopefully will go back to normal, or I Khonshu has to become liberated at some point. So yeah, check this out. Check out the Blood Hunt number 1 issue. And if you read this, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. As always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone.